Hi, MX5 community. I just wanted to say hello to you all. And as I've written in previous posts, I'm truly overwhelmed by the love and support, the amount of likes, my goodness, and the amount of comments. Not one negative comment. Everyone's been so gracious and so kind. So appreciate you all. And I've discovered a whole new community, and having the Mazda has been such a joy. So if I want to answer a couple of questions, a few people have direct message and want to know a little bit more about me, my story, and that kind of thing. I guess really the cancer journey. So in 2021, I was diagnosed with bowel cancer, stage 4 bowel cancer, and I had all the right hand side of my bowel removed in a pretty big operation. And then 10 days later, the stitches burst open inside, which was horrible. I went back in with peritonitis, spent some time in the high dependency unit there. And at that time, when I woke up, I had a stoma bag fitted on my side as well. That was followed by 4 months of chemo. And then after the chemo in October 2021, it was great. We got the all clear, cancer was gone and everything was looking great. And at that point, I decided that I wanted to get a Harley Davidson. I've always wanted one, never had one in my life, and kind of bought an entry-level Harley and then traded my way up and got a really nice Heritage Softail in the end, which I just loved. Couldn't get my wife to come on it, not through lack of trying, buying her jackets and helmets and nice boots, but she just wouldn't come on it. But anyway, after 6 months, the first 6 month scan, which took us to July 2022, the doctors called us back in and said, unfortunately, a new cancer has been detected in your peritoneal membrane, and you've got about 6 months to live. So they were giving me up to Christmas 2022. And they then did say, but there's a very slim chance you could get an operation. And but apart from that, just try and make most of the 6 months that you've got left. But a couple of weeks later, I got a call from a surgeon and they were able to operate. I was under the anaesthetic for 27 hours, had a massive operation. They also did a stoma reversal at that time, and they managed to clear all the cancer out. So I got a huge scar right down my abdomen. I've lost my belly button. But again, once again, it was great getting the all clear. So recovered from that one. And then on the first 3 month scan, which took us to October last year, they called us back in and said, really sorry, cancer's now come back. And so this is the current situation. The cancer's in my liver and back again in my abdomen, and there's nothing they can do but give me palliative chemotherapy every 2 weeks. So my current situation is I go to the hospital fortnightly on a Wednesday. I get chemo intravenously through a port that's in my chest here, and then they fit a little bottle. They call it a pump. They fit that to me, and that pumps chemo into me for the next 2 days. That noise you just heard there, the flapping, was my dog, by the way. May as well introduce you. There's Blue. Blue, our Staffy. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. Yeah, so the chemo pumps into me for 2 days, and then that comes off, and then I have what I call chemo week, where I'm not so great. You know, the usual. I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that've got your own cancer stories, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, a week of just feeling rubbish, really. And then I have a week where I begin to recover, and I'm in that week now, and I feel a lot better. And then next week, the whole thing starts again. So I'll stay on chemo now until I die. They've given me until March, April of next year, of 2024. But we'll see, you know. I'm a man of faith. I believe that God is the one that determines the day we're born, the day we'll die. And so when that happens, that'll be down to God. But it does put things into perspective. It does make you prioritize things. One of the things I did, I was really sad to do it, was to sell my Harley Davidson. We did that to be able to pay for my upcoming funeral. It feels weird saying that, my upcoming funeral, but we did that to pay for the funeral. And the money we had left over, so my wife Carolyn, otherwise known as Caz, she said, well, why don't you get like a little 2-seater sports car, and that way you'll get to, you know, I wouldn't come on the motorbike, but I'll come out in a nice little sports car. And after a lot of research, we ended up buying the Mazda Montana, which has been great. It's been fantastic. Excuse me a second, Blue, leave that dog alone. So yeah, it's been a joy. It's been a joy to have it. I wish I'd have got one years ago. I never realised how much fun MX-5s can be. I love the driving experience, love the handling, and we get to go out on days out. But yeah, getting back to the inevitable, really, because my time is short, and it's got the usual kind of rust at the bottom. I put a post on, as you know, many of you know, I put a post on. I wasn't asking for anything. I wasn't asking for favors or freebies. I just simply asked, and I was very genuine in it, if any of you could recommend a mechanic that could do the job at a fair price, because finances are tight, you know. And I was just overwhelmed with the response, and so many people have come forward, you know. It's been great. Adam and Tim up in Leicester, they've offered to do all the work, take care of all the rust, any other mechanical issues. Another guy called Jake has agreed to supply them with any parts that they need for free. Ryan, who has his own transporter, a car transporter, said he'll come down and pick it up and deliver it to the guys in Leicester. Another guy called Jake has come on board and said that he'll give it a new paint job. Wow, honestly, I can't believe it. And I just really wanted to be able to leave the car in good condition, you know, for my wife, so it's not a burden to her after I'm gone, and I want her to keep it and enjoy it and stuff like that. So that was the whole point of the post, and that's the update. So yeah, it's getting picked up tonight by Ryan, and then taken up to Leicester. We'll try and keep it photographed and videoed and keep you guys updated. But for now, should we go take a look at the Mazda? Oh, there she is, Caz The Maz. So, or should I say, the now famous Caz The Maz. The car has been picked up tonight by Ryan and taken up to Leicester, where Adam and Tim are going to fix her up. And thankfully, or hopefully, there's not loads and loads and loads to do. She's in pretty good nick, really, for her age. It would be lovely if the engine bay here was cleaned up. But yeah, nothing too much to do there. Everything seems to be okay. The main issue why I contacted the page really was the usual Mazda rust. As you can see at the bottom of the sills, the bottom of the wing, and yeah, on these bits here now as well. I don't know what she's like underneath. A little bit more kind of rust creeping into there as well. Very generously, another guy, Jake, has come on board and said that he'll help with the paintwork. It looks pretty good from a distance. I had it ceramic coated when we got it last year, but when you get close up, you're probably not able to pick it up on the camera. There's like a big area here that looks like maybe it's had filler in there at one point. I'm not too sure. And yeah, this is not great close up. The brakes are kind of like about 80% okay, but could probably do with changing and having new calipers on, if that's at all possible. Again, the paintwork on the back, it's just when you run your finger along it, it's quite bumpy. So wow, if that can be sorted out, it would be amazing. But yeah, it's the now famous Caz The Maz. A little bit of rusting again, the usual on this side. As you can see down below, which the guys are gonna sort out for us. So overall, I mean, she's great. We've got the hard top in the garage, soft top on for now, which is pretty good. There seems to be a lining missing on the inside, so that looks pretty yucky. Perhaps I can show you that. Yeah, it kind of just looks all a little bit mucky. This is the Montana version, so it's got the nice wooden steering wheel, wooden gear knob, and that. Obviously they tend to go here, so I've just put a little patch on there for now because there's a big hole in it there. But you'll see what I mean with the roof lining on the inside. Yeah, it just looks really yucky and horrible. I don't know if the guys will be able to do anything with that. But overall, yeah, what an absolute pleasure to drive. Again here, I don't know if you're able to see this, so it looks like yeah, it feels different. I don't know what that is, some kind of drip in the paintwork, or maybe some fillers gone in there and it's not been painted very well. But wow, what an amazing car to drive. Absolutely love it. I'm just going to close up the bonnet now and give you some more updates as well. When the car gets picked up tonight, we'll try and film it and get Ryan to say hello, who's very graciously agreed to come and pick it up. And you know, I'm in East Sussex, so it's quite a way to go. It's going to go up to Leicester with Adam and Tim, but yeah, there she is, the famous Caz The Maz. So guys, Caz, there we are. Caz The Maz is about to head off and get a bit of a makeover, a tummy tuck, and I just want to quickly say hello to this fella here, Ryan.
How are we all doing?
His mate Adam don't want to be on camera, he's over there with my missus. He's a bit shy. So this is Ryan. Ryan's going to transport the car all the way up to Leicester, man. That's incredible.
First leg of a makeover.
Yeah, so yeah, incredible. Let's get us both on. We can't see us here, but we both got to be on. So Adam, Sean, we'll give you further updates as we post it, and we'll see what happens when the car returns home. Brilliant. Thank you so much, mate.
See you soon. Speak to the guys.
Yeah.
And we'll get some like ongoing maintenance and servicing and that done as well.
That'd be incredible. There she goes. See ya, Caz The Maz.